So, ladies and gentlemen, we are entering into a new era, the era of spatial computing. And if you haven't been paying attention to what happened this week, then I'll show you because I've been paying attention. I'm always paying attention. And in this video, we're going to cover Apple's new Vision Pro launch, which is their first product that dives into the space of spatial computing. And we're going to cover everything you need to know about it and what it means for e-commerce, what it means for really everything related to online business and just in general for humans and society and everything. So it's going to be a value-packed video and a very interesting one to say the least. Now, as you see on my screen, we pulled up this image of the actual launch. Let me just adjust it. Okay, so this is from a news source on Twitter, and they posted the other day. Apple's initial inventory for the Vision Pro launch weekend was 80,000 units. Apple completely sold out of that in the first hour of pre-orders. And Apple expects to sell an estimated 300 to 400K of these in 2024. So if they sold around 80,000 units, that is close to $300 million in 1 hour. That's insane. That's the power of a massive corporation. Now, if we look at the actual website, their pre-order page is what I would say is a bit underwhelming. But that's what you can get away with when you're someone like Apple, right? Because they do the heavy lifting in the pre-sale page, and then this is just the pre-order page. So what's really cool is let's click here, get started. What you can do is actually make it the right size for you through your iPhone or iPad, which is kind of ridiculous because they're making you buy other Apple products in order to do this. But let's be honest, most of the people that are buying this are either Apple fans or people who are looking to resell them, because the price tag here is pretty wild. Just as a reference point, the Meta Quest Pro, the most expensive one they have, is like $1,300, I believe, or $1,000. So this is over 3 times the price. But classic Apple, right? This is what Apple does. They sell things that are premium, more expensive, that warrant the price. So that's one thing you can learn right away is if you're willing to go above and beyond with presentation, you can command higher prices. Now, I wouldn't say that just having a higher price commands higher quality or perception. I mean, some people view it that way. I don't think it's gonna. I think that perception is gonna change more and more. Not necessarily completely, right? I don't think that's gonna go away. I definitely think people will always see a higher price and assume a higher quality. But I think people will start looking more for affordable options out there in the marketplaces because, for example, recently we made a video on AI, and that AI store Rabbit.tech, and their product is $200, which is like 3 times less than their competitors. And because of that, they've sold out literally every single launch that they've done, every single pre-order batch that they've done, which I think by now they've done like 30,000 sold, which is like over $10 million. So I think this is right here a good idea. So if anybody out there is watching this and you're making some sort of alternative to the Apple Vision Pro or some sort of product in the spatial computing space, I think this is something to consider. Making an affordable option. I think people are gonna get tired of everything being so expensive. I think everybody already is tired of that. And of course, I understand why things are expensive. If we actually look at the video here, let me show you quick because there's a lot of different, news on this. But here is a really good video that kind of shows how they make this product. So it looks pretty insane, right? I mean, it looks pretty wild. Let's actually full screen this. It looks like it takes a lot to make this product. And actually, this is actually really genius in my opinion of Apple to do. I don't think they've ever done this sort of marketing before, where they're literally showing the extent that they go through to make their products incredible. So now, the reason I think this is genius is because Apple has always said that their products are the highest quality, but we've never really seen proof of that besides actually having the product in hand. But this right here is like evidence showing just what goes into each one of these products. So it kind of makes you understand and justifies the price that they're charging for it. So this is another little tidbit that I think is valuable for businesses out there to consider is if you're going above and beyond to produce something, show people exactly what you're going through to produce the products that you're selling to them, because it goes a long way. I was pretty shocked to see this video. I thought it was super cool that they did this, and I don't really see any other companies doing that. So I love it. I think, this had a lot of success. So I believe probably Tesla is going to start doing stuff like this more, where they're creating really cool, aesthetically pleasing videos of their cars being made. And this has 7 million views from Tim Cook, and I'm sure they're going to post it on their social medias as well. So it's probably going to get like 100 million combined views, which is huge, right? Like that's a lot of views to just get organically. And that's the benefit of building a brand. So that's why, lately my audience is pretty split between, normal entrepreneurs and, drop shippers, because that's how I began my entrepreneurial journey years ago. So I think this is kind of a good example of why it's a good idea to continue to build up a brand. Now, doesn't mean you can't drop ship your products, maybe to start, or even later down the line if you just have really good systems. I actually work with brands at Akemi that do, even 7 figures a month drop shipping their products, because they've actually still taken the time to make something amazing, right? Even if the process of fulfilling the product is via drop shipping. In fact, actually, Apple does this as well. You may not know this, but Apple actually does dropship some of their products. They ship them straight from China, and that's what dropshipping is. But they've still taken insane measures to make sure that their products are being produced in a really high quality way, and anybody can do that. So, this is kind of part of a series of statements that I've been making lately to demystify the idea that dropshipping is inherently bad. I think it's actually good. What's bad is people's mindset on building a dropshipping store, because they have this preconceived notion of a get-rich-quick scheme, which of course it's not going to be a get-rich-quick scheme. Sure, you can make money doing it, but it's not going to be easy, and it may not be quick. And if it is really, really quick, then that's going to cause a lot of issues if you didn't prepare for that sort of scale. So build a brand. That's kind of the bottom line here. Even if you start dropshipping, I actually think dropshipping is a great way to start a brand personally, but you should always try to continue to improve your products. And this is something that we talk a lot about in the Aimlab community. So make sure you join the Aimlab if you are an entrepreneur and you want to access the best tool out there. I'm confident in the fact that this is the best tool out there for entrepreneurs. I'll even show you a little bit because I want to show you proof of that. Everything that goes into it. We post daily research. We're posting constantly interesting stuff that are going to help you with your marketing, with your store build outs, literally everything. And it's pretty cool. I really love it. I think it's an incredible community. We have some tutorials in here, and we even have a sourcing and shipping partner here. So this is a guy literally in China that's going to help you source any product and improve your product. So it goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about. We have a forum here. We have some valuable links. We have some really cool AI utilities here that we're posting always. I'm always looking into the latest AI utilities. I think these days you can build a massive business with a very lean team because of AI. And I'm personally diving heavily into that space, just at least utilizing AI to streamline my team. We're doing really well, but there's always room for improvement. So yeah, that's really about it for this video. I know this got a little bit off topic, but I wanted to cover these news because $300 million in 1 hour is just such a crazy number to me. And in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing to a company like Apple. They're a $1 trillion company. But just goes to show how powerful the internet is. And it's also an exciting time where we're entering into a new era. So I wanted to highlight it. And I'm definitely keeping a really watchful eye over the spatial computing space and a lot of the digital environments spaces. I'll just say that. But, I'm constantly trying to invest or, create companies that I find really interesting. So yeah, that's really about it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you had fun with me, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.